expansiveness, the connection and everything. But the final piece that you added was the surrender, which is exactly what, like if I were to put kind of a little bit of a theme on today, it would really be about surrender. Because when we are, bringing in some of that older energy, and you talked a little bit about that, it's just like, okay, in the past when I've set these intentions, and this doesn't mean that your new goal is even though it sounds the same, because it could be the exact same words, the energy behind that is different, which is what we want. We want to come in with a different headspace, with a different mindset, with a different heart set. When it comes to these intentions and our goals, we want to just make sure that nothing is coming from behind. So what I'm talking about is, the surrender aspect is really important, because you can now let go of any of the places that you've created comparison, any of the places which is just like, well, I'm so feeling so lonely and alone right now, so I really need a partner. So my goal is going to be, I need a partner, or I'm feeling poor right now, so I need lots and lots of money. So that contrast, we want to remove that contrast from all of the goals. And that's really what this purging and the release is about. That's why we didn't even set intentions yet. It's because we want to come from a clean slate, or as Jared and many others refer to it as, the blank slate. Oh, sorry, the blank page. Excuse me. One second, something's coming up there. I'm like, my stomach's just like doing a little bit of fancy footwork. Because and so this is coming up. So perhaps this is something that came from that area as well, um, which there was an aspect of a chrysalis and a cocoon. When we were doing the complete release, I was looking at the energy in the of the group and what was coming up, and one of the things was the chrysalis. So it's almost like this hibernation space, as well as there was almost like a need to hide and contain, in particular, contain yourself, all of your richness, all of the magic that you have inside of you, just in case you shine a little too bright. All of that chrysalis needed to be released and removed. So that's a big part of like this dark energy that was encapsulating and enclosing your space, your heart. So I really focused on releasing the energy around the heart space. And there was this almost idea of, not idea, but this energy, like, how you and we've all done this, bubble yourself, just create your bubble. What that creates is this pattern of, this is my bubble, and this is my bubble, and this is my bubble. And all of a sudden, instead of doing this, you start to doing the same thing over and over. So your bubble becomes your limitation, becomes your hibernation, your chrysalis, your um you know it's a pattern and a habit of creating smallness. So that's what we wanted to reverse out of your system. And again, that could be a projection from others around you, seeing what you're doing with your business, seeing, your personality and blossom and change. I had a wonderful reminder this week. I was so grateful, of who I used to be. Somebody that I knew 25 years ago reached out, and I'm just like, holy shit, you are the same. You're the same. You're the same. Like, you're the same. 25 years, like, that's a teenager. I was a teenager 25 years ago. You're the same. Anyhow, that was a surprise, but a wonderful reminder. So it's important that we are reflecting on the growth, but there's an aspect of growing that becomes striving, reaching, not enoughness, needs, and goes beyond aspiration and dreams. So we want to remove any of the attachments to that as well. And that can have like a curse energy behind that. I noticed that as well. The curse is the black magic, and that the black magic and all that stuff. A lot of that is coming up from past lives. So let's just keep that moving. So the first thing I'm gonna look at your stuff in just a minute, but while you're here, when you are ready, because I'm ready to do this, I'm gonna just quickly take this page out of my book and just gonna tear it up with any of the goals that I've done in the past.